like a 223 or something. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 223 Remington. Wow, that looks brand new. That's cool. You tumble these, polish them, probably reload them. Alright. Trying to do some water management here. I want the building higher than the surrounding area, but I also want the area, I guess from that area to your left there, to come down here and then hit a water bar and then go to the right of the shed and then down the hill. That's what I'm kind of trying to do right now. And I'm contemplating what to do next because I brought my backhoe out, but I'd really like to use that stump bucket to dig the trench because the stump bucket is more like a bevel. Yeah, we're gonna go get it. It's all the way up at the house site, so I gotta go drive like a half a mile to go get it, but we'll go take a ride. That was quite a ride. Okay. All right, Mr. Stump Bucket. Let's go. A little crooked here. I know you want to help, honey. But I gotta drive right here, okay? Okay. What are you playing, chicken? See what this water's doing. Maddie, you gotta stay out of my way, honey. Come on, you're too cute. Let's go. There's a puddle up here by the doors. Let's see what we got here. Best way to test is just see what the water does, right? Alright, that's from my view. There's the trench. Let's see. Don't come this way, go the other way. Alright, I gotta bank this right here. Where I'm sitting, I gotta bank it so it goes down that way. You just won't leave me alone today, will you, Maddie? Alright, it's changing direction now. There we go. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I'll come check, see what it's doing. It's going the right way now. So where I'm sitting, originally I was thinking I was gonna get a drain going all the way under there on the ground. I asked a farmer neighbor of mine, he's like, do a water bar instead. Because that culvert's just, like with this material, it's just gonna turn, it's just gonna clog it. It's just gonna get full of mud. He said, just do a water bar. I thought this would be a good spot for it. So we're coming down, then we're going back up. And it looks like we're in the money. It's headed that way. I know that looks like a really deep trench right there, but we'll fill it in. All right, Maddie, you watch that water, okay? She's taking her job very serious. Maddie, we good? I think we're good, honey.
What'd you find, John?
I don't know. There was the last scoop. I was getting rid of that clump of grass, and it looks like a shield, like from a medieval warrior.
Maybe that's what it is, John.
Right?
You're ready for battle.
Hold!
What is that?
I don't know. It's aluminum, probably.
Oh, man.
Who knows, Meg?
The things we find.
Seriously, anybody know what this is?
It's some kind of guard, it looks like.
Yeah. It's like a big jock strap. Look at that thing. I'm sure it'll buff right out. We want to... But it is a shield. Look at that. It's got like a... It's supposed to be a strap right there.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure this is authentic. This is definitely from medieval times.
I see a circle there. What's that?
That's probably the circle.
The circle.
Where?
Right there in front of you.
In front of me?
Looks like a piece of PVC or something.
Oh, this? I don't know.
Alright.
You know what that could be?
What?
Vienna sausages. That's about the size, right guys?
It is. We got Ricky going. We're digging the trench for the water and electric that's going to go up to the kiln. And so far, so good.
Of course, the grease fitting I snapped off is the one that's making the noise.
Yeah.
Trench is done, guys. We dug this up. That's kind of cool. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. The kids, you know, of course, they're investigating the trench and they found this and took it to the hose and washed it off. So I'll give you a close-up of that. Okay, so we have a trench. Here's the deal with the trench. As far as sharing one trench between electric and a water line, the water line is just going to be an elaborate hose in the ground from the shed spigot all the way to the solar shed on the mill side. We're going to run a water line so that I can, well, first of all, provide drip for the mill. Also hose off everything. The slab, you can't just blow it off. It's not just dry sawdust. It gets wet from the drip system on the mill. So I found instead of leaving it there caking up and stuff, I could nicely clean up the area after working and come to something fresh the next day. So there's that. That's why I'm running water up there. And also to provide an area that I could hose off my equipment, like the heavy machinery and whatnot. So that's going to be up there. So what I'm doing here, the requirements are you need to separate your water and your electric line by 12 inches of earth. So the way I figured it, you need 18 inches down for your electric line, and I want the water line to be 12 inches beneath there, giving us a 32-inch trench here. In some places it's a little deeper than others, but that's what I'm doing. So we're going to lay the water, we're going to fill 12 inches, then we're going to lay the electric, then we're going to backfill everything. And if you had noticed when I was excavating this trench, I actually, on the right side, my right side, I put the top layer with containing the grass. So I'd strip with the backhoe, I'd strip the grass off, place it on the right, and then I'd take the soil and put it on the left. And that, I was thinking, you know, it's almost springtime. I could just take that grass and put it in places. It won't be perfect, but then it should be relatively a quick process for this area to repair itself. So, anyway, that's what we're up to. The electric, I wanted to also talk about that too. It's a solar kiln, but we're not going to put solar panels on it. You need fans up there in the kiln. I need electricity for the mill because I'm going to be doing a few things to computerize the mill in the way that I raise and lower the blade. I don't want to mess with battery storage and stuff like that up there. I'm going to be cutting it early in the morning and late in the evening, so I don't want to be subject to when it's sunny or whatever. So I'm not going to do solar panels. I need electricity over there for the mill anyway. I might as well just hook up the fans with normal 120 volt. So I got direct burial cable. That's what we're going to use. All right, I know that was a lot of information. Let's get to work. All right, guys, so this is very, you really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to, just for demonstration. If this is in a wall or something important, do not do this. So we had a kink. I ran this hose and we bought 300 feet so we could have a solid tube. So my options now are to cut it, get a coupler, which I don't have, I'd have to go to the store for, or and then put it together and wrap it with like brass protection tape, or do this. So heat gun. Freeze off. I'm going to hold it here until it cools off. Oh, shit.
Did you do anything?
The other one worked out better. I just tested this method on like a really short piece, and it seemed to work fine. This one has some pressure on it. So it's going to have a little bit of a wave to it. If you could maybe grab this side for me, Meg. You mind getting in here with me? Yep, okay, that's good. Alright, it's starting to harden up again. I mean, she's everywhere I go. Look at her. She's just watching me fix a PEX tube. Right, Maddie? You just don't care where we are, do you? As long as you're with Daddy or Mommy. It's getting hard. It's still pretty warm to the touch, though. I mean, this is basically, we're using this basically for like a farm irrigation line. We're just going to connect it to a spigot on the other shelter over there, but I mean, it's cooling off and it's hard as can be. That could certainly hold the 40 to 60 psi of water that's going to be sent through it. I wish it didn't bend while I was heating it, because the other one came out perfect, the one that I tested on, but there's pressure on both ends of the line here. Hey, I don't know. So I'm running this through the trench. This is 12-2 direct burial wire. And as I'm doing this, I was wondering if it would be okay if you could run the electric on one side of the trench, because I have a 12-inch bucket, and the water on the other side of the trench at 18 inches, both of them. 18 inches would satisfy the frost for the water, and then the 12 inches would satisfy the separation between the water and the wire. But I think it needs to be vertical.
I'm pretty sure it's vertical.
It was just something I thought of. If someone knows if that is acceptable horizontally, let me know. I couldn't find any information on it, but it seems like it should be vertical. I was just wondering.
I'm pretty sure it's vertical, John.
Okay. Whew. All right, got another 120 feet to go. Ugh. How's your caulk coming? Just glob it on there. Then we can backfill. Ugh. That's an excessive trench for a little wire. Glad that's done. Let's see if Meg's caulking has improved. Meg?
Yeah.
Let me see your fingers. Oh. What does your hat say?
Woof.
Yeah. You sure you don't want that caulk tool thing?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like so many companies try to make the perfect caulk tool, and no one can compete with the classic finger. Right? Meg, you're doing a splendid job.
Oh, thanks, honey.
So it's 76 today here in Virginia, and our solar kiln is probably 106. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, that's hot. That's one way to put it. Oh, man. All right, I got a few pine boards in here cut. They're gonna be used, so what's coming up here shortly, I'm gonna go from the ridge there down to the collar tie. That's not, is that collar tie? There's going to be a strip on the collar ties across, and it's going to be parallel with that ridge. And then I'm going to take these boards and cut them as kind of like sheeting, just to take up the gap between the ridge and the collar tie, and then we'll be able to mount our fans. Fans are going to be mounted right in the middle of the doors. I think there's going to be one about here and one in the middle of those doors down there. And what that'll do, that'll grab cool air that comes, we're going to have vents on the top of the doors here. It's going to grab that cool air and push it over and at the windows, and then it's going to have the flow of coming through the stacked wood and then through vents on the bottoms of the doors. That's how the solar kiln process works. And then between the bottom of the collar ties to the top of the stack of the wood is going to be a what do you want to call it? Not a diaphragm, but kind of like a baffle to separate the two spaces. You'll have the hot side and the cool side. That's how it's going to work.
That way. That's so much better. all this grass back together. I feel like a puzzle.
Okay, the dogs are playing, so you're gonna hear some tauntaun sounds from Maddie versus Carmen. They got the zoomies. They're playing. They play kind of rough. Uh-oh. Carmen usually takes down Maddie even though she's smaller. Alright, here's what we got first. You kind of see my line here. I know I'm in the sun, whatever. So, rain's coming again. So it'll wash all this in nicely. I got my little helper here, right, Clara?
Hi, yep.
My little door painter helper. Alright, Clara, let's do the rest of this. So remember, when I did the backhoe, I kind of sliced the sod off, put it over here, and then I dug and excavated on this side. I'll do that, honey. I got gloves on.
Hey,
And it's heavy. It's ridiculous.
it weighs 1,000,000 pounds.
It's heavy.
My boat bag weighs 1,000,000. Hey, that's my job.
Your job is to smash it in there.
Yep, with barefoot.
And then I think we'll run it over with the tractor just for fun.
Yay. Can I do it?
Not the skid steer.
Can I do it?
That would turn it into soup.
Can I do it?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe you should video us. Putting our legs on the trampoline.
Oh, you think so?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. Really?
Oh yeah, I got my report card today. I got all these. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. I tried really hard.
I know.
I'm gonna try and get an A in math. Math is my favorite.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's better, Clara. Right. All right, come back this way. Nice work. We'll find another time you could do the tractor, okay, Autumn?
Dad.
What?
Can we go through the lights?
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
hey, Dad.
What?
I got it.
Yep. That's my little farm girl right there.
Hey, what about me?
Autumn, what'd you ask me the other day? You said, are we country people?
That's what she asked.
Yeah. All right, let's go do these lights, girls.
Did you take?
Phoenix is out, folks. It's warming up here in Virginia.
Did you say the Phoenix is out?
Yeah. Your tattoo.
Oh.
You forget you have it, don't you?
I don't know. It's been there for a very long time.
In case anyone's wondering, there's no story behind John's tattoos.
Yes, there is.
He drew them and he liked them, so he got them tattooed on him. That's the story.
That's it. All right. Here's what we're doing, folks. We are putting in a garden PEX spigot. This is just a push to connect. So enter here. Bloop. I just have to, so what this, I know this is electrical conduit. I'm just using it as like a protective barrier between me, man, and plastic water line. Because you know how I am, and like, this is the mill right next to me, and you know, weed whacker, whatever. I just wanted an extra layer. Plus, there's a little word on here that says sunlight resistant. And your normal PVC is not sunlight resistant. So that's why I'm using the electrical conduit. It's merely for just some protection. All right, now that we've gotten through that, I'm just gonna find a nice spot for this and put it on. I think I'm gonna just give me a clean cut here.
In case anyone's wondering, this is going to be a seasonal water source.
Yeah, I meant to say that too, a seasonal line. We don't plan on having pressure in this line in the winter. We'll just bring some compressed air when we want to shut it down and blow it out when we are near the freezing season. How many PSI? 100. That's it, huh? Oh, that's it. Alright, now we're gonna sneak this guy up there. That's a pretty slick fit. Look
Yeah,
at
that looks good.
right?
I like it.
That's a little too tight. Alright. That's not going anywhere. Okay. This end is done. Oh. We gotta do is hook up a hose now. Here, let me show you what it looks like from... That looks pretty slick, I think, with that electric conduit. Slipped right in there. So we used 1/2-inch PEX, and that's 3/4 plastic electrical conduit. Just for protection. Hi, Meg.
Hi.
Meg, show off your awesome caulk job. You did a really good job. You redeemed yourself.
Yeah. Okay, look at this caulk job. You see that?
Yep. Very smooth. It's feeling good.
Thank you, John.
You gonna finish painting tomorrow?
I'm gonna try.
Ridge cap's coming along good, guys. There's this side. Looks good. Meg's painting.
Coat 2.
Hey, don't fill in my ditch. You're even shorter now, Meg.
This is perfect height. I don't have to squat down.
Nice. Want me to dig a hole around the whole thing?
No.
Alright, so I got the skid steer up here, and I guess if you're ever gonna climb up there like me, put the arm lock in place. That's what this thing is. See? There you go. See, I don't... Yeah, that'll... Okay, good. Alright, so I got it up there. It's a good 10 feet up there. I got my extension ladder here. Okay. So I got a couple... This is kind of annoying, but I bought 2 ridge caps, and I went to install them the other day, and I put the first one on, and it was just... I'm up there, and it did not look like I was halfway through the building. I took my tape out, it measured like 10'6". I get down, I look at the like I'm cursing Lowe's and everything, because it was like, what happened here? What, do I have a short one? No, it's a 10-foot piece. So I had to go back to the store, get another one. So anyway, here's what I'm doing. I don't know if you could see that seam. You probably can. See that seam there, where it goes over and under? That's what I'm measuring for right now. Okay, let's go up. And not for nothing, I know this is not probably advised, but makes a pretty sturdy area to walk around. I don't know, I think it's safer than a ladder. Meg, you think this is safer than a ladder?
I don't know, honey.
I'm sure someone's gonna yell at me. Mom, I'm trying to be as safe as I can, okay? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I better have the tape on me. Here, yeah, I do. Okay, so this... Oh, by the way, Meg's little fiasco with the caulk, it got on the ceiling too, so I'll be scrub brushing that off. So this one overlaps the bat, and the next one's gonna start like this would be the end, and then the end of it would obviously go to here. Let's see where we're at. Let's go on the other side actually. And this is what I did. I put that foam tape on both sides just to prevent insects from creeping under the ridge. All right, so from the end, we're looking at 73 inches. 73, 6'1". All right, and then I'll show you how I'm cutting those corners. It's kind of tricky. Let's go do it. All right, I have a piece of scrap here, guys. I thought I'd show you how I did the fold over end. So we're gonna just do this super dirty and quick. Give yourself an overhang. Let's call it 3/4 of an inch. So you have your finish. You mark it in 3/4. All right, and then take your guide, and then we fold over, or we mark our line. So that's going to be our fold line, but it's also going to be our cut line. Now, you're going to make, first thing you're going to do is cut out a little wedge here. If you know the pitch of your roof, like say it's a 912, so 37 degrees, you could actually take the time and line it up, and oh, it's about there. Like with my, it's hard. If you want to get a protractor and whatnot and do it just for time saving purposes, we're just gonna mark a symmetrical or isosceles little triangle there. Okay, so that is the first step. You want to get rid of that. So this would be your 37 degrees if you're right there, and there'd be another 37 degrees on the opposite side. Make sense? Hope so. Anyway, okay, so now there's going to be 2 cut lines here where it comes down, and it's kind of tricky figuring out which way to do it. If you're on the right side of it and the side facing you, it's going to make a Z. So across, and then corner to corner, and then across. Right edge, it's going to make a Z. You're going to keep this part, you're going to cut out this part. Okay, so that's a cut line. All 3 lines are cut lines, but this is a fold line. Okay, and then you just mirror it on the other side. So top, corner to bottom, edge. That's gonna go like that. I guess it's a Z this way too, if you look down at it. All right, and then your waist, that would be the bottom section there, and it would also be, this section is waist. All right, and then you just take your snips. Okay. Or I guess just cut off that line. Well, let's just do this super quick. Good there, and then you make this cut. Okay, cut out your triangle here on the peak. And then over here, cut to that corner and go corner to here. Make that cut there on the seam. And then what you want to do is get your pliers. Better if you had the right pliers. But anyway, fold that up a little bit, get it out of the way. So these triangle little pieces get folded in first, and what you're going for is that this is pretty much a straight line. I do the same thing on the other side. Okay, like so. Now, this is a fold line. You just fold it the rest of the way. The proper pliers would be really nice, but I don't have those. And like I said, if you know your roof pitch, your roof pitch, you can prop it, like when you put this down and then fold it in like that, you could get this to where you want it, so that's a nice straight line coming together. But that is basically how you make that seam. So edge of your roof like this, right? You got your ridge here. It would nicely fold over that. Cool. And then for cleanup purposes, just some rubbing alcohol works really well. You could just on your Sharpie. All right, that's what I did. So anyway, let's get up there and put it up. All right. Screws, drill, impact, go. All right, Meg. Can you hand me that? It's on the other side of the machine. The edge has some sharp spots, so. All right, thank you, Meg.
Yeah.
Good job. All right.
Good.
Well, thank you, Meg.
Yeah.
I got the approval, guys. Does that look good over there, Meg? The edge?
Yeah.
Look at Meg. Hi, Meg.
Hey, John.
Mom, it looks a lot higher than it actually is. Watch her. I think she's doing that because here. Now I think Maddie's doing that because one time I started up the machine and a mouse came flying out. So now she stares at me. When she knows I'm going to start the machine, she stares at me thinking that mouse from like a year ago is going to come flying out again. Right, Maddie?
It's possible.
All right. Done here. Okay, how does that work again? Okay. This will all make sense soon, guys. Oh, yeah. Look at that, Meg.
Good, baby.
That'll work, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a little spacer.
Sure.
Okay, how high up should we have it? This one we don't have to access. Can't put the power too close to the ground. How about like right here? Is that all right?
Yep.
We're gonna have our electric box and a, I almost totally just, oh, sort of did. That's gonna be an electric box where the line is gonna come in and then it's gonna shoot over to this box. This box is gonna be for the mill. It's gonna hold a 24-volt power supply. So the power supply gets 110 and shoots out 24. So power will come in and then 24-volt will come out of this one and head to the sawmill, which is only like 4 feet away. And then I'm gonna drill a hole in here. Glad Meg just painted everything. So we're gonna drill a hole through the wall, and then the power for the fans and everything for the kiln will run through that, and probably with some metal clad will protect the wires. So.
Oh. Back down to my painting ditch.
Yep. That's you.
Ooh.
In the painting ditch.
Can you tell I'm getting tired and lazy because it just dripped everywhere? I've been doing this all day. But I'm done with the second coat. All the white on the kiln is done. All that's left is the doors, and I'm gonna wait to do those because they're still shrinking and I don't want to paint them and caulk them and then it all crack, because that's what'll happen if I do it now.
So I guess I'll not drill the hole the rest of the way.
Do whatever you want, baby.
I'm gonna get sawdust all over the paint.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna.
Just do it.
It's probably just gonna.
It's probably go on the other end.
What?
Just do it. We'll find out what happens.
It's probably gonna.
Getting hot.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just. Remember we put those battens? There's only one here, right? Yeah.
Well, that made a nice mess of my paint job.
Hello.
I love that smell.
Does anyone know how to get that out now? Besides like jamming something in there and prying it out? Is there a trick? I've been using an awl, like a really heavy duty awl. Get it in there and just pry it around.
I think that's what those holes are for. I'll just put another coat on it.
Yeah, texture it up.
I'm covering it anyway. There we go. No one will know.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
There we go.
Looks great.
It does.
Okay.
Look!
It's beautiful, Meg. I do want this caulked. Okay.
I'm done caulking.
She's done caulking.
Now,
Alright, so the other side of the hose line. So we got our, well, elaborate garden hose pretty much. It's just PEX buried underground. It's going to come up here. It's going to come up the trench. I'm going to sleeve it with that electrical conduit just for the, again, the UV protection qualities of it. I'm going to tie into this spigot. To do that, I do have this. Okay, but, so from the spigot, okay, it's going to split. I'll put a regular hose here. This will go there. And then I'm going to do a series of converting a garden hose to a PEX fitting. Okay, so my blue wire will have the PEX fitting. It'll screw into this female to female adapter, into this for a little bit of flexibility, and then I should be able to turn the water on and off seasonally, or just turn it off when it's not in use. Okay. I know it's not conventional plumbing, but it'll get the job done and provide us water in a hard to reach area. All right, let's do it. Look at that. I think I got lucky here, guys. So going back now. I can't believe that's all it takes. Yeah, like that. And these should be off. See if we see any leaks. All right, let's open it up. Nothing going on yet. Let's go get a, I'll get a hose. We'll turn on the other one. Where's my little, not that I want it wetter up there, but here's a little hose. Let's just shoot some water somewhere. Doesn't really matter, it's soaking wet over here anyway. This is rock solid. Looks really good. All right, hopefully we got some pressure. Is it my stomach or is that the water I hear? Oh, thank goodness. I opened the valve, I didn't turn it on. Holy cow. Okay, that sounds like something's happening now. Let's go up by the kiln again. Goodness gracious, John. You know, I could have sworn I turned that valve on. Oh, well, there's pressure in there. Really? Whoa. Oh yeah. Okay. That'll work just as like a little utility hose. So we got water, guys. All right, so that's done. That's good. All that complicated stuff, and then you forget to turn a valve. All right, hose is there. Mill deck and all that is here. I could clean it up now. Oh man, I got a mess here, but I got to clean it all up. That hose is gonna come in mighty handy. So, all right. Now that that's done, I'm just gonna backfill. Now I'm gonna start on the electric. All right, we're in here in the solar kiln. It's hot. Opened up all the doors. We're doing purlins. We should have done this, I guess, ahead of time, but I installed the steel roofing, and with a little bit of wind, it moves around. We should have put these up, these horizontal pieces. So now we're just putting them in between the rafters, and we pre-cut a bunch of cedar. And we're going to go back around once these are installed and install screws through the tin. Good, Meg?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, that's it. And then we're gonna do the vapor barrier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I could get down there and get enough gravel, and probably 3 loads with the track loader will do it.
All right.
Okay, let's get to work. Sometimes I'm working and I feel a presence. You know, I feel like I'm being watched.
There she is.
She never leaves me alone. Maddie, you're quite the catch, honey. You're a good girl. Where's your sister? It's either she's watching me or she's covering for her sister so she could sneak off and get into something. I don't know. It's just difficult getting in there. It's nice upside down when you don't have this in your bed. I think I have a world record on air hose length. I have a 50-foot retractable reel to the shed, and then I have a 50-foot orange hose, and then I have a 100-foot orange hose. But hey, it still works. I just don't feel like taking down the air compressor every
It's on
time.
top of the fridge.
Yeah, it's on top of the fridge, out of the way. All right. Okay, that's what it looks like, guys. Good deal. We're gonna wait to paint the doors. We are painting the doors. It's gonna be that color on the shed over there.
All of the white is done.
Yes. All the way to
Go show a close-up of my work. No, I don't want to brag about myself. You need to go brag.
Okay. I need to go brag.
Because you put down my caulking. Now you have to show how good the end product is.
All right, honey. That looks wonderful. Meg did all these. Everything, all up and around. Everything's nice. It's looking good, guys. Let's get it from this angle. Okay. Yeah. She did a good job. She did what, 3 coats, Meg?
A primer, and then I did 2 and like a skim third.
Okay. Yep. I'm lucky to have you, Meg. I wouldn't want to do that.
I like the painting part.
Good. And she's waiting for me again. Maddie. Hey guys. I'm back on the side of the kiln here. I'm going to put this box right here. It's going to shoot through. I already got that installed. So that will go there. I think I should just go ahead and screw it in. Suitable for wet locate. That's good, because I'm like sitting in a swamp right now. This is my hot coming in. This is the box I got for over there. It's just one of those weatherproof boxes. And now I got to do this line up deal. Okay, way too much cord here. So I'm going to use this, what is it called? UFB? Yeah, this is 12 gauge. I'm actually going to use it inside too, but it's going to be in conduit. And that is allowed. I checked. Right, Meg?
Sure.
Sure. All right, let's glue it up. Pipe, box. Supposed to do the pipe once more, according to Odie. Hey, Maddie, please don't break the camera, honey. And we will do the quarter turn. Up. All right, our hot line is in. Anybody know any good tricks of stripping this stuff? Here's my technique. Now this isn't like Romex, where it's like you got the paper and everything is like kind of all in one. They're individually isolated. So I just cut both sides right down the middle because that's where the copper, the bare copper is. So I'll just... Who's growling? So I'll do this, all right, and go all the way back. But then you got these individual. This is my common. Here's my hot. All right, now I'll go up a gauge. I'll use it like it's 10 gauge with my strippers here. Just kind of nibble around the gray stuff till I could get the casing correct, which doesn't hurt the wire within. But then I just take it off like that. I don't know. I guess it's really can't do it much quicker. like that, and we're good to go. So it's going to have a weatherproof box here, and you can see the, I forget what you call it, this shape, the not, it's obviously a rectangle. What is that, a decorator? Something like that, whatever switch that is. But anyway, so that'll stay on there. I got the foam for it, and that'll close it up for the wet location. But there's going to be a timer in here, so this is gonna be split. It's going to go to the timer, and it's going to go to this. This is ultimately going to go to a 24-volt power supply, which it converts it from AC to DC, and then it goes out to the sawmill. I have some other work to do on this box we're about to go do, but there's just those big receptacles in here, or these big switches in here. It takes up a lot of that space. So I'm a little worried of my real estate here. We put some gravel down, and the vapor barrier, then gravel. So you didn't miss much. Sorry I didn't record it. It's actually, it was wet yesterday and it dried today, so that's good. Okay, next step. I only have 4 cedar boards left out of all that I milled. Now I'm going to put up a board long ways here. It'll all make sense. 2, 4, 6. Let's see. This is going to give me about 6. I got a new saw. Got a battery one. Works great. I like it. All right, now I'm going to slip this up here above the, I guess you could call them ceiling joists. Ceiling joist collar tie hybrids. This isn't for support, this is to make a wall on the top part of the kiln here. And that will separate the fresh air from the hot air and force the hot air through the wood. It would be the only means of it escaping. Gotta love the Cushman truckster. It's like a carryall. Alright, that's plenty. Let's just square off that side. I like when you have sawmilled lumber too, like leaving a little bit of, you know, the characteristics on it. It's kind of cool. It's square enough for me. Cutting rafters with this guy one day. Yep. Hope I can get 8 feet through here. Go, baby! Go, baby! I think we're home free here. Come on. Yeah! Sweet. Alright, let's get you up there. Alright. Whew! Couple screws. Wow, that is 6 exactly. Good deal. Alright, let's go cut that. And we'll have a small piece at the end. That's good. It's slipping these S2 bits. Still a T25 guy. It's my favorite. Nice little saw.
I know in the comments sometimes you guys give John a hard time about not having safety glasses on, and I can assure you, I give him a hard time about it more than you do. The problem is that whenever he has safety glasses on, they fog up on him, and as soon as he can't see, he has the argument of, I'd rather be able to see. He thinks it's more dangerous not being able to see. So he takes them off, and it drives me crazy. I know it must drive some of you guys crazy. So I got this stuff, Fog Defender System. So it's a spray that you put on the glasses and then you wash off. Let's see. We're gonna try it. So he doesn't have any excuses. Hopefully it'll work, because John's eyes are important to me. We can't build a house if he can't see it. That would make already a challenging project much more challenging. All right, we're defogged, hopefully. I don't know how often you have to apply this stuff, but looks pretty good. Here you go.
Thank you.
I defogged.
All right. Let's see what happens, huh? Nothing yet. Solid, baby. Meg loves when I give her work. You seriously, she gets mad when I don't have something for her to do. Is that accurate, Meg?
I get bored. That's why I like the painting, because you don't like painting and I get to do it all.
I like painting. I just
like watching me do it better.
I know there's others that could do it that would enjoy it, so. Getting comfy with that saw. Good girl.
You only need one more.
Okay.
I'll do that.
But I have a very pathetic job for you next. It's wiping all off.
Dusting off the
Oh,
sawdust.
there's the broom right there. Ugh. Well.
All right, glasses check, John. Are they fogged?
They are sweaty.
So they're fogging.
They're fogging a little. They're not.
That looks like sweat that dripped down those. I don't think that's from just it being hot.
I'm hot.
I know. That's why it's a good test. So it's not fog, it's just sweat?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Hyperhidrosis, that's what it's called. If anyone has it, I feel bad for you too. So you're saying just do a hemisphere, Meg? And then we'll...
Yeah, just do half and then cut it and
we'll use it as a template. Done. Good deal.
Yeah, this is John's handiwork.
Hey, I cut the...
Yeah, you cut it all right.
You know, I think that was me. It's lining up perfectly with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Meg.
This is why he can't have nice things.
Yeah, hold up.
I went inside for just a minute. And John installed the fans without recording it, so sorry guys, but there they are. Looks like a pretty nice install.
Yep. Stick around me, kid.
Here's the other one.
What?
I'm just showing the other one. That looks pretty good. Alright. Oh, I feel bad for all the bugs. But, I mean, they have a really big opening here to get out. Now, what are we doing?
We're running the electric for the inside part, and all that's going to be are a couple outlets. The switch will be powered by the timer that's on the outside of the building. So the timer's programmed out there, and it just sends power up through these circuits, depending on if it's an on time or not. That's about it. So I'm a little bit of a dilemma here. I have metal boxes for the inside, and this is... When you have plastic coming from the outside and coming into... At some point, you have to have plastic to metal, and this is the point. So I'm going to enter through the back of the box, and then everything else is going to be metal.
All right.
So here's my plan. This is the hole from the other side of the box. I'm going to have this box right here, and I'm going to flush mount it. I'm going to take some extra pieces of cedar I have around somewhere and build up a section so that I could mount this box like this.
Okay.
And once that box is mounted like that, I'll use one of these 1/2-inch knockouts and run conduit with bends. I'll bend up this way and come up to the cool side of the ventilation system, and I'll come and run it parallel with this, and I'll tie it into the ceiling joists, and I'll put an outlet for this fan, and then I'll put an outlet for that other fan down there. I bought the 20 amp industrial outlets, so it should be more than fine to handle this type of environment.
All right.
I think we're good to go. That'll do. Well, nice. So I'm going to do a 90 bend. Bend it up. All right, cool. That's one piece. All right, looks pretty good. Inside the pipe in the conduit, we're going to be using this UFB cable. You can, I checked, feed through. It's going to be a little tight inside of the 1/2 inch, but it can get through. Didn't have any trouble actually, look at that. Who's coming to see me? Is that Maddie? Hi, Maddie. What's up, sweetheart? You good? Huh? Where you going? Oh, you don't want to talk? Okay. All right, load box. Well, actually, it's just the junction box. We got a bend, coupler, and then it comes, and it's going to hug these rafters or ceiling joists, whatever you want to call them. They're not rafters, ceiling joists, but they're kind of collar ties too. So I don't know. All right, and the fan's right there. Fan's looking pretty good. We're going to have our electric box right here. Turn it. Ooh. And then you bushing. Oh, not quite. It's gonna go to here. Now I got a knot. Okay. Hey Meg, good news. We have new mud.
Yeah.
It rained last night, like biblically. All right, Meg, what's that humming in the background?
The fans.
Oh yeah, the fans, baby.
They're going.
Here's the
I
finished.
can feel it.
Yep. So they're on low right now. Here's the finished product. Got my outlet. And there we go, they're on low. So we could, that's probably all we're gonna need. We don't want to force the air out too much. So they go pretty quick. They turned out to be 14-inch fans. All right, let's show you the handiwork I did. I didn't want to film the electric, guys. Number one, I'm not an electrician. And number two, I gotta concentrate what I'm doing. So anyway, electric came in here. And we just have one circuit inside here. There's a box here. All right, and then it continues down that way. And there's another fan and box down there. Now, the nice thing about this is that it's ready. If we needed to expand it and have an extra set of fans, we have an available plug right there. Or if I just needed to plug something in real quick while I'm up in this area, we can do that too. All right, Meg? Meg's happy. Look at that smile. Look at it. All right. All right, guys, so on the outside here, we're on the sawmill side. This is facing the sawmill right now. I have a weatherproof enclosure here, and I have a simple on-off switch. This on-off switch is going to operate some electronics going into the mill, and it's going to run over here to a separate box for a 24-volt DC system. Stay tuned on that. We're going to take an Arduino and program a stepper motor. We're going to program it to run a stepper motor for the sawmill to get very consistent professional cuts. That's what's coming here. Till then, we're going to leave this off and I'm going to cap it off. But this is a program, this is a timer that I will basically have it turn on when it's sunrise, turn it off when it's dusk. So that's what this is going to be. I have to figure out from this how to do that right now. But anyway, this pretty much wraps up the solar kiln. I'm going to get some wood going. And we just have some smaller things to do. We have to prevent the doors from swinging freely, so we have to do some stops. We have to do some, when you close the door, keep them in. We have to add some handles, just some little stuff like that. But we're gonna be testing it out and we'll definitely show you the results, so stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this build. We'll see you on the next one. That doesn't make any sense actually. Wow, what a blue jay. Wow. Meg, I'm starting again for the 3rd time. So hit your little eye. Here we go.
You could do it, John.
Yeah, I hope so. Carmen, life's tough, huh? I see that tail. I see that tail. Oh, what a lazy day. Carmen loves her little Harbor Freight shipping blanket, right? Right, honey? I don't know if she's just with the comfort or refusing to let me go anywhere without her. But she's a good girl. Can you run that around the pole?
Did you just move that?
No.
Here, hold this.
I didn't do anything. I'm a good boy.